Sanico, Henaka, Onaka se contari, Wakana, and Nisikina Sikona, Hisokolake, Inga Ba, Lokamika, Nisikuna, She, Alakalokomari, Kola, and the Kopekenese, Sana. Once again, we are here with Blackanized Report in a way that we can feel the energy of I say Amun Ra. Amun Ra is shining bright like the black star that it is. We see light, but we don't see the darkness that it comes from. Because all creation comes from the light, darkness. Because everything comes from the darkness. This is Humam Abdulmalik, your host of Blackanized Report, motivator and stimulator globally and worldwide. And I don't hide from the truth. I stay aloof from the falsehood, though. I stay away from it in order to deal with the truth holistically, in a totality, to form a firm reality, a blackness, of a black disposition to change the conditions of our socially engineered conditions by those that's on the missions to hold us down and not let us grow, to destroy our creative energies so that we don't be as powerful as we supposed to be. But they can't stop the divine spiritual energy that is applied when we ride upon the waves and the wings of our ancestors and become mystics, the healers. Everything that we supposed to become and be when we accept it and accept who we are as that entity of energy, of divine energy and spirituality, our reality unfolds. And we got to take control. It's simple as that. We take control of our souls first and foremost. We purify our temples first and foremost so that we will be on the objective of righteousness and holiness and purity without ulterior motives. We have one goal: to establish a black land for the black man, woman, and child once again, with a matriarchic power base like it was in the first place, until we were manipulated through their so-called friendship and brotherhood. But that's why they wear the hood now, like the Ku Klux Klan. They did it now, they did it then. They, through their trickology, see, they sold their soul to an energy that was not like you and me. It was a energy of not powerful righteousness, but powerful undelightness. It was like they corrupted what we had in our occult circles and took it and it's corrupted So they brought upon themselves, because they was already not humankind, but kind of man, because they were not created as we were. So I don't know if Yakub did his thing or whatever, but I know that they came out the caves of Europe very angry at everything, nature and the creator and all. And so they wanted to just take control over everything that they came in contact with, and they wouldn't quit. So that's where we at now in this day and time. See, they created something they call a government, which they be lying about, because it's a idiosyncrasy of theirs to stay in control, but through trickology, methodology of covering the truth with falsehood, or mixing the truth with falsehood, so that it make you seem that you're all right with materialistic fantasies and materialistic dreams, when you overlook your spirituality. And that's why they're easy to develop a finality for us in our reality through social engineering, because they deal with our aspirations to kind of hinder us from building our true Black nation. But they can't stop it. They will not stop it. Because you see, all are not going to be righteous. You got those who sell their souls and become Negro pins. And then you got the agent provocateurs that, it's just a job to them. But when they hinder our growth as a people, as a nation, then who are they? Who are these people that will sell their soul against their own people just to get materialistic wealth? Or what? Have picture ops with those who are our natural enemy? You can't tell. You can't tell the way they've been doing things over the years. Of all the pain that they brought us as a people and all the lies that they hypnotized us with, so that we wouldn't realize the truth to deal with their fraudulent laws. See, if they knew that we was here first instead of in Africa first, and that the reverse of everything that they say and taught us is all a fabrication, or what we call a lie. See, they at one time, or they still doing it. No, here go the picture. Let's make the picture real clear. We was in captivity, right? We come out of captivity. We supposed to got 40 acres in the mill that they was going to give us. Then those who held us in captivity in the South say, you can't do that. You can't give them people them 40 acres, and that's our land and all this. And so they say, oh man, we got to take this back. So we ain't had nothing but the clothes we had on our back. But we made do, right? We walked miles and miles, and we did this and that. Then we say, man, we got to do something. Some of us went and sharecropped the land. It's like indentured servitude, really, because they who was in control of the land then will be in control of the land now, and they flex their muscle. Get over there and do this and all that. Then I'm not paying you nothing. You too short, and you done did overwork like you did when you was in captivity. But that wasn't the end of it. That was just the beginning of it. This is the worst thing that happened. They gave the slave captors, I don't say slave masters, because they're not masters. And we weren't really slaves. That's why I say we are captives, or in captivity. Because with me, I've never been a slave or a nigger. I don't come from that type of bloodline. I come from the Seminole, or Geronimo, or Crazy Horse, or George Jackson, or Nat Turner. That's my bloodline with Imhotep and Bahuti and Asar sat in Hebrew. That's where I come from. My bloodline is of a revolutionary. My bloodline is of the God line. My bloodline is of the one that adheres to the matriarchic goddess. That's what I do. Yeah, I put the woman first because the woman is the one that gave me birth. Even though the seed came from me, but we didn't carry it, couldn't carry it. So we had to give that. And the pain that the woman went through, we had fun doing our thing, if it was lust or love. But when we came together in that energy, we didn't have any pain. When we got into that energetic escalation, and we had ecstasy. It wasn't no pain for her. It wasn't no pain for her. But when she carried her seed, and it was time to relieve that girl or boy, the pain that the woman had. Ooh, man, it was something I don't even want, because I broke my arm before, and I know that was painful. And they say the pain is worse than a broken arm. I want to say, what's up, my brother, Bo Luther, my Alaikum Salam, big brother. So this is what they did. They gave them people reparations. They gave the ones that held the people in captivity, so-called slaves, they gave them reparation for them losing us as a free labor. Now, how crazy is that? Well, we go a little further. They gave reparation to the Japanese during Pearl Harbor. Put them in like war marks they got now. There's like concentration camps. They put them in little cities like that. Japanese. And then not only that, the so-called Jews that was dealt with by the Germans, these people over here give them $3 billion every year, and then they buy weapons back from them. But there's something to that. It is something to that. Why is that? Because a lot of those people running these people with lobbyists in the political arena. See, politics ain't nothing but tricks from these people, the white-haired, you see them white-haired men walking around. They be in occult circles. They be York and Scots rights. They be like part of the Coral States, this criminal enterprise that they call United States. But I say United Snakes of Hypocrisy, because it's all about, supposed to be about democracy, but it's a bunch of democracy that we have to see in the reality of the fraudulent laws they call the Constitution. Then they talk about the Emancipation Proclamation, the document that they said they're supposed to speed our kind. We ain't never needed to be free because we was all free. We was always free because we was human beings. They just had the upper hand with their powers and guns and their willingness to just be so murderous and kill us. And a lot of us, they struck fear in our heart that so we got passive and submissive. But then they don't tell you nothing about all the maroons that was in the hills or the valleys, or the Seminoles that was in the swamps. You know, like the people in Haiti, like the people in Africa, the Mau Mau and all those people, all those freedom fighters. They don't tell you nothing about that. They want to tell you something about 12 years slave. They want to tell you something about the butler and keep us in a passive manner. I mean, you can see that we're not passive because everything we do, we are the best at it. I ain't talking about the athletic field because that's unquestionable. I don't care what it be, hockey, golf, whatever. Rookie, what is it? Lacrosse, whatever we get into, we the boss. But I'm talking about on the academic level. I'm talking about being scientists. I'm talking about being physicists. I'm talking about all those areas where we have to use the mind. They don't tell you nothing about us being a leader in that, but the problem with that, we get out of their indoctrination institutions, and then we perpetrate their lying, corrupt system that they call America, instead of in the development of a new Black Wall Street or a new Black world. Because we got the minds and the bodies, and we got a divine essence to develop all our answers to the questions of why we're in this predicament of being second or third class citizens. Oh, they let some of us that jump through the loop, you know what I'm talking about, when they go through the rooms and have to deal with those indiscretions. I ain't gonna say nothing, but that's what they say. And I ain't going on hearsay, I'm going on what somebody said, but it ain't he say, she say, is they say. And you can see it wherever you look. If you just look over there in the Vatican, where they supposed to be the religious intermediary between their, the European and their God, or is not the universal creator, because it wouldn't even sanction the things that they do. Even to this day, if we got a universal creator, right? A universal creator that they said is a hater, because they say that the creator, they say that God is jealous. That's what they say in their book. It's a jealous God. Come on, man. Come on now. It's common sense, natural sense. If something that all powerful, and look at us. This ain't no accident. Grass, the great blades of grass ain't no accident. The stars and the planet ain't no accident. They say the world is flat or the world is round. It doesn't make a difference to me. I wouldn't care if it was square. As long as I can breathe air and stay on level ground, and it ain't nothing that's erratic, like earthquakes and all that all the time, or, stuff like that. Look at the harmonious, peaceful latitude that we have. But they're going to say it's important if it's round or flat. Come on, man. I ain't got time for that. It's time and been time for our freedom to unwind. And we become divine and spiritual and be that way all the time. That's where we got to develop our mind and our spirit and soul. And in our mind, we got to unleash that goal as alchemists and put it in the universe from our innerverse. And we got to unify first and foremost after we purify ourselves individually, so we can talk to our young warriors and tell them that they've been manipulated through social engineering. And maybe if they realize that those in control of this system is their foe, natural enemy, and they use frequencies upon them to have them acting like predators, acting like they don't have no love, acting like not acting, but being so egotistical, arrogant, and selfish. See, that's what they want, because that's how they are. But they want to control it. They want to control us. They want us to succumb. They want us to be slaves to our passions and desires and become liars just like they are. Because they lied about everything about us, and they stole the trust, and then they stole the story, and like they say now, their narrative. You know what? That's why I don't care about them, their narrative, or anything else. My care and concern is for us as a people in this day of gentrification and racism and their ultimate push forward. Because we used to talk about, or they used to talk about, all we used to hear, the New World Order. they was developing their new world order. So they think they're so close. And so here's another deranged uh, apparition, a deranged apparition of some type of mindset to come talk about now we're going to take America back when it was great. I don't know about you, but I know about me. I'm mentally free and I can see and I can read. I can discern. That's why I learn. And I'm by divine decree in my mind, you see, because my mind, third eye was open with the melanin that stimulate the pineal gland. And I became divinely operational in my temple. My chakra centers were illuminated along with the kundalini. So we got to know about the energy, the divine energy, and especially in this day and time, the time of Aquarius. So those of us that are delirious because of what these people implement in our life, having ourselves take each other's life, just like the brother, they say, what his name? Nissi Hussein. He just got killed. People running their mouth talking about black on black crime and this and that and all that. They don't know the mindset that we're dealing with. Because this brother was like very, say, elevated, self-elevated by divine decree. And he's supposed to have been dealing with brother Sabi. You know, the brother, the holistic doctor that they assassinated in Honduras. He had that money. He was doing things. And they said he died from pneumonia. It had to be something that they injected in him to overcome him because he was a holistic master, a holistic health master. So with the trickery they do, and this brother's supposed to have been making a documentary on him, it's said. But some people say, no, he wasn't doing this, he was doing that. And then it was somebody, that, other things was going on. But the brother was clean, trying to rise up and elevate. If somebody came and killed him of us, it had to be an agent provocateur. Or through social engineering, the trigger will pull. See, but we got to stop that. We got to have a mechanism in place to be defensive and defend ourselves from all these illiterate elves and those who sell themselves. The only ones that got a little excuse, I ain't gonna say it's legitimate, but those who don't know they're under social engineering from the higher echelons of this society, of the criminal enterprise in the callable states that we call the United Snakes, and I happen to say the United Snakes of hypocrisy under satanic administration. Because I'm not frustrated, I'm just in a truthful mood. And the truthful mood is to know the truth. And I'm gonna speak the truth, no matter. See, they might come after me, but I know that I'm divinely protected by the Creator and my ancestors. And my gratitude for this is beyond measure. I mean, y'all just don't know what the things been happening in my life. I had, let me see, what? 2 blood clogs on my lungs and pneumonia at the same time. And the doctors say people usually don't live through that type of condition. Here I am sitting right here before you. I just had pneumonia again, but I'm still here sitting before you. And this the other day, twice, I had went to sleep while driving. As soon as I was going about a foot away from a pole, woke up like it wasn't nothing happening. A little further down the road, I was going into a pole again, just like that, like nothing happened. So I know the Creator and my ancestors got me as who I am to be who I am going to be, an emissary, because I sold my soul to the Creator and my ancestors, because the ancestors in my DNA and the Creator is in my temple, which y'all call God. So if that's the case, then who am I? And then with my third eye open and me getting that energy, who am I? I am the one that's going to testify to us as a people on this land, as Native American, Aborigine, and also the African from Akabu land. Not Africa, Akabu land. I'm talking about ancient times. I'm talking about in Kemetic and Nubian times. I'm talking about Kushite times. I'm talking about when we had our mind and we were divine and we dealt with the pyramids, we dealt with Timbuktu, we dealt with the greatest library in the world, the biggest library. We talk about the Dungo who looked up in the sky and seen the Sirius star without telescope. So whatever it is and whatever it was, it still is who we are. So we cannot turn against ourselves and become murderers and killers, warmongers against ourselves. We got to mobilize and realize who we are so we can strive and put our matriarchic queens back in place and tear down this patriotic, what is it? It's so disastrous. It's so unnaturalist. That's why they got their occult circles, so they can play their games of blood sacrifices by them being, cult masters, that they stole our occult sciences from us, but they went in and didn't know how to be. And now they're not mentally free. They're enslaved to their own mental grave, and they want us to be in the same, say, generational, demented, deteriorating element. Because they dying out naturally. They can't take the sun against their skin because they ain't got melanin. Melanin that they're trying to get. That's why they got their occult circles and they kidnap so many people. But what I can't understand, man, not in Southeast. How many children, how many people do we have missing in Southeast? Huh? How many times did the police have sex rings in Southeast? How many times were the police selling guns in Southeast, Washington, D.C., the state capital, militaristic essence of the Kabul state? It's in connection with the Roman Catholic Church, the religious element of the Kabul states, with homosexuality and pedophile and rapists at the apex of their religious, boy, their religious, I'm gonna say, indoctrination. And that's the reality. I'm not saying that to be funny and making fun of these troglodytes and genome primates. It's the reality. They tell you about it, how they try to pay off people that don't tell on them. And I'm talking about it be the ones, the highest popes that you know. Not only that, what about the rabbis calling us black monkeys and nobody saying nothing? Nobody said nothing. No news channel, no nothing. They ain't say nothing. See, the propaganda didn't come on, or the fake news ain't come on. Only thing came on that it came through the people's television. I call it Facebook. The reason I do it because it's simultaneously. But I know it's being controlled also, and that the owner's supposed to be an operative of the CIA. But so what? The truth is the truth is the truth is the truth. And you can't be scared to speak the truth. You can't be scared at all. Because if you be scared, you're going to be mentally dead. And if you're mentally dead, they can mislead you to do anything, because you'll sell your soul and then you will really be not mentally dead, but you'll become physically dead because you won't defend yourself, against those who try to manipulate yourself. See, our ancestors told us to know ourselves. And if we know ourselves, we know that we can't even die. Energy don't die. And what's in us, in our temple, if it ain't the energy of the Creator? You have to become anointed in the light of Christ. That way you won't gamble with your life. But you will be a strong entity representing yourself and our people to come out of this deterrent, degraded, mischievous reality of this hypocrisy that they make mockery of. Because nobody is stronger than us. If we just trust in ourselves and that God nature, that's all we have to do. If we can take this back to the matriarchic elements and put our sister where she's supposed to be as the goddess and us as the gods of this land, of this earth, and forget about the Roman plans and the Greeks also, and the Queen of England. All European nations that had a part in our deterioration as a nation of God and goddesses. You will have to stand and be punished for your deceptive actions. And the way you're going to be punished is by divine punishment, in the alignment of the energy of the divine essence of the Creator and our ancestors. And when I say it's going to be divine, I'm going to be talking about, it ain't that I'm lying, because you can't stand the sunlight. You think that sunlight is not with us, the natural people, the sun, children of the sun? And you dying out, your death rate is greater than your birth rate, and our seeds keep on growing because we're cultivating them now. There's a few of us you still got control over them through social engineering, but see, we spreading the word and letting them know, man, you're being manipulated. That's why you're throwing that gun like that, and you're pulling it on your own. You're pulling it on your brother and your sister, and the strays are killing babies and mothers and grandmothers. You don't want that in your reality. Because we are mobilizing, because we are realizing that we're going to need to counter everything that y'all do in this chess game of systems in life. You know, chess is not like life. Chess is like the system, the political arena. That's what chess is. Don't apply chess to life, because life is organic. Life is you and life is me. But within our living conditions, we have to be like workers or entrepreneurs to maintain and sustain ourselves. That's what we got to do, and that's who we are. I want to say salam alaikum to Shorty Bama. If you don't know Shorty Bama, you must don't know yourself, because he one of the wisest man that I know in the land that I know in my circle. That's by Seal Abdul Kabir, a brother that's been strong, a brother that's intelligent, a brother that's a brother and a friend. Me and him have been to Hajj together. We've been in college together, and it's forever, you know, because I enjoy a clever man like him. Clever in the sense of being intelligent and spiritual and divine at the same time. It ain't like he got ulterior motives. His nature is of a divine nature, and he's Islamically inclined. That's why I say what I say about this brother. And loving the life, and that's my reality. But in this reality, I am who I am, that spiritual warrior, divine clairvoyance that the Creator has gave me, as I have become the emissary of the Creator. Serve the Creator, I had to serve the people. I had to serve the people by articulation and being a people's person, that people are attracted to my energy and my words of divine essence and spiritual uh, elevation. Spiritual and divine because I'm beyond the five senses at this time. And why? Because I was chosen. I don't know why I was chosen, but I know the energy came in me, came through me. He gave me a referral for about 30 days or maybe 90. But I know that I had to come down because people couldn't, what? They couldn't digest what I was professing of who we are as a people, and we can't deal with this and we can't deal with that. When I talk about homosexuality, people act like it was part of their reality and stuff like that, but it's not. It's not a natural contemplation of a real nation. It's like it's going against nature. I mean, if it wasn't, we will have it all throughout nature. You will see it. It will be like, it wouldn't even be no, if it was like that, it wouldn't be no population growth. It wouldn't be because we wouldn't come together naturally, and two men sure can't make no baby. Got to be a man and a woman, yin and yang, got to do that thing. And that's the natural context of everything that's not perplex or complex, but in the real text, it's natural inclinations. And that's what we need to build our nation. But we gotta reach our young warriors. And we gotta stop letting them pull the trigger on our brothers and sisters and stray bullets and all. I'm tired, we're tired of that. So we gotta be on a defensive measures. So how do we do that? We got to get on the airways. We got to let people know that we're being attacked by it's a silent war that's going on. It's from the education system dumbing us down or dumbing our children down, but our children ain't dummy. Our children are very intelligent, but they move through there. But the indoctrination or Eurocentric educational system is geared for our children to go through to the prison pipeline. That's what the education system is about now, because they got these people that don't know nothing about us. They hillbillies and they little country boys or country, maybe it's more country women from out in say Iowa, North Dakota, Nebraska, and coming to the city and going to try to relate to our children that's moving at almost 186,000 miles per second at the speed of sound and the speed of thought. I mean, the speed of light and the speed of thought, excuse me. Sound is a little slower. But see, our children are geniuses, and they try to get our parents to put our children on drugs to say they hyper and they got ADD and ADHD and all that crazy stuff that they created. Like HIV and all that, they create all these diseases and put them in our community because they're trying to kill us all. See, they're using a gun, they're using the chemtrails, they're using food and the GMOs, they're using the water and the lead in the water. I was looking at something today talking about don't even drink the water, you got to hit it. You got to heat it because it's an emergency. Because they know they're messing with the water. And somebody just gave us a leak to let us know that we got to be watchful of how we eat. And that's what we got to know about ourselves, because we are geniuses. We are the divine essence of the creator. We all have that blessings that open up to it. Because if we don't, we're going to be lost in this, what they say, the mumble souls. And they done forgot go-go to give us the beat, the drum beat, the communication. That's DC. Not no daggone mumble souls and wings and things. Because we was going to the go-go with Chuck Brown, young senators, and all them people back in the day. But when we was in the mix of it, the quicksand or the concrete jungle, and we got hungry, we went into wings and things. They ain't even say nothing about miles longs, man. Come on, or Little Tavern. If you want to talk about DC on the food line or the sauce line, you got to talk about them too. Or if not, you be lying. But when you talk about go-go, all the people that was in the street and that was unique, was off the porch and all that. Even the people was their mothers and fathers really had the chains on them and all that. They didn't let them off the porch and this and that. They came out the windows when it was time for the go-go. Now tell me that ain't DC. And I tell you, you don't know what you're talking about. Because DC is about go-go, but I'll just saying that, just relating that to the Mama Saul statement that they said a little while ago, talking about the mayor Bowser knew or didn't know because they had a commercial on TV. I don't care nothing about the commercialized lies. I just deal with reality from my eyes, not these, but this one, the first and the third. I deal with the spiritual essence of my blessings to be able to look beyond the physical and discern and be able to define in the divine essence from my mind as a people's person, as the energy. My energy connects with the people and my conversation connects with the people. And they be saying, young guys be saying, man, we need more people like you. Because the way you just said that, man, I feel that, I know that. And it makes me grow. It makes me humble in all humility. I don't ego trip and become arrogant and self-centered. That's why, I'm not a celebrity and I don't have no money. The money that I have is where it is. If I live to that time, then I can get it because I want to give away 200. I want 250 million so I can give away 200 million. Yeah, I will do that. My ancestors are my Lord. They give me the opportunity to be the creative enough or entrepreneurship enough or whatever to do it, then I will prove it. If I get one of those, philanthropists type people to give it to me, then I'll prove it. If the Lord just shakanani and it comes to me, I will prove it. My word is my bond. I was going to say something about somebody else. Their word ain't no good, but I'm going to leave that person alone. Charlatans will be charlatans. And in this metropolitan situation that they're trying to create, it ain't my fate to be, someone else. I can't say liar, but I'm not going to call a man a liar. I'll call him, he's a man, not of his word. But I'm going to leave it there because it's like, I ain't even going to go say something about a turd, but it is because I don't cuss, So it is that. You know what a turd is, that's all it is. See, I be mentally free. Gonna tell me something about what I ain't though. I tell you, I did get but it's all right. I still rise like the black star that I am. See, me, I walk through these streets, through the concrete jungle, and the ones that I meet, all I say, hey, YG. You look at me, tell me, what you mean, what? You call me OG, you YG, you a young warrior though. And you got to stop what's going on, this flow in our communities. You're part of their problem, but you're not part of our problem. You're part of you being a guardian and protector of our communities. And that's how you reach them. You got to talk to them and make them think. You got to make them think about why they're doing it. Because ain't nothing else going to work. You can give them all the jobs, you can give them all whatever. And you give them the jobs, what they going to do? Going to run down there and buy, $400 tennis shoes. We don't need that. We need direction. We need to develop investors. We need to develop people that use these here instead of all the game playing. We got to build a nation. It's nation time. It's been nation time from our mind, from a divine perspective. And we got to be detectives, like detectives. And we got to be everything that they is and they use against us, and so we can counter their moves. We can't let them come into our communities as slave catchers and Gestapo and all that. If we deal with ourselves and purify ourselves and don't commit no crime in our community. So when they come in our community, we can say what you want. I would say it. You know why? Because I can say I'm an agent provocateur. I can say I am the commissioner of AB 06 single member district. And see, I'm standing up for my people and my community, not just only here, but globally. So wherever my voice is heard, it's a majestic and divine word. And I don't care nothing about a system of hypocrisy and trickology. I care about my people that's living and some are dying. I care about our young seeds growing up and stop promoting this American greed, competitiveness. We got to come together in the divine matter and be cooperative so we can establish a free Black worldwide nation, global nation, matriotic harmony and peace. On my eye, we got to get back to what got us to 2019. We got to go Black to what when we built pyramids and left the messages from our ancestors that said over the door that you go in when you become a adapt or initiative. What did it say? Know thyself. Because the truth is etched in stone. And who did that? When you leave your home, you're never alone. You always got to know that your ancestors are with you and the energy of the creator that you call God, Jesus, Allah, whatever you want to call it. You got to know that we are shining stars. You got to know that we can establish what we want upon this planet. And all we got to do is unify. We unify, they die because they die naturally. See, we got to defend ourselves from their actions against us. Because, see, they don't want us to know that they got our practices that they say, don't you do that. Don't you practice that. Don't you deal with the 666 because it's Antichrist. Don't you deal with, what? Alchemy. Don't you deal with a shaman. Don't you deal with a warlock. Don't you deal with a witch. Don't you deal with voodoo. Don't you deal with black magic. Don't deal with none of those things that we do against you in our occult circles, taking your blood and having orgies and body parts because we want to live longer than you. We want to find out how you do it, how your skin, how your women 80 years old and look like they're 40. We want that, but their skin is cracked when they're young. See, it ain't no fun when you ain't real. You ain't human. You're a kind man or woman. And it's proof that you're a genome primate. And you're based on hate, not love. See, that's what we got to get back to, the love of one another as extended families of a royal bloodline. And I ain't lying. I wish I knew my brother's name. He'd tell you, look it up. Or Google it. I say, Google it. I used to ain't even say that because I'd be like, I ain't messing with that. Then every time I say something, I'll be around a certain brother. He said, well, let me look at Google. And you Google, he say, oh, yeah, you're right. I'll say something, oh, let me look at Google. Now, when I come around and say something, he don't say nothing. He just say, yeah, man, you're right. Because you know what I do before I say anything, I research in the day and night, and I gotta do that because I have a birthright. My birthright is of righteousness, of native tribes, of the tribes of Akabul land. I be given the key to the 7 secrets of the mysteries of the 7 seals, and I have met the 24 elders in my astral travels. I can see visions. I've done it. I haven't done it lately. I dreamed a couple of things, and I lived a couple of things because, like I said, I was like this going into a pole. And before I was about a foot or some, I don't know, not that far from it. And like it wasn't nothing, but I was out and I came up. Not frightened or anything, just a natural response. Like somebody did like this on my shoulder. Woke me up. Did that twice in the same night. So I know that I'm divinely protected by what we call God or the Lord and my ancestors. So my job is not finished here on this planet in this day and time. So I got to keep elevating my mind on the divine level, esoteric and arcane. And, you know, I don't deal with religion because religion is a methodology that they use to divide and conquer because we are the most people in every religion. I'm talking about Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and all that. Maybe Buddhists and all that too, because they don't tell us that we got black Japanese and black Chinese that they're oppressing and keep behind the scenes, even like in Ireland. You know who was there first? The Twa and the Pod people. You know who they are? It was the little black Africans that was in Ireland 8,000 years before the Irish came there. You know who he was talking about? The leprechauns and all that. You know who they was talking about when they talking about Saint Patrick would kill the snakes. You know the emblem that we wear deals with the renewal of ourselves. Well, they did too. And so that's what they're talking about when they kill off a lot of them. That's what they do. They kill for no reason. They're bloodthirsty vampires and werewolves. And what else can I say to make us see the reality that we got to save ourselves from ourselves so we can deal with the real enemy, the natural enemy. Ain't nothing I need to say. All you have to do is look in the mirror, and your psychiatrist will tell you the same thing that I was told every morning. Yeah, I do go wash my face every morning. You know, I look in the mirror. I got two mirrors. I got a mirror in the front and I got a mirror in the back. So, you know, I'll finish with this psychiatrist and I'll turn around and I'll be dealing with another psychiatrist. See, the psychiatrist and God and all that and our ancestors is within us. And that's what we got to trust in. We got to trust in yourself first and foremost because you got to purify yourself. Nobody else can do that. That's why they saying, well, we're going to get these young youth jobs. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. It's more than just jobs. It's about love and healing. They say hurt people hurt people. I don't believe that. I've been hurt a lot of times and I ain't hurt nobody. I just carried it with me and then it just went away. It was like a scar or a scab that was on your skin that when you fell down, you hurt, it went away in time. Everything goes away in time. The hurt of emotional hurt. That's why I don't understand why a man gonna kill a woman because some emotional stuff or all that, or a woman would kill a man the same way. Or a man would take advantage of a woman, you know, hitting her and all that when really a woman can't deal with that. I mean, they got some women now that, I don't know if they're women or men, or see, they got men acting like women and they put them against women. That's some bull crap, man. A man wrestling a woman, or a man boxing a woman, or a man running against a woman. These people are so crazy, man. I mean, it's insane. And do you want to be a part of this insanity and not want to change it? And when you have a divine nature, man. Oh, yeah, let me say this here. Never forget about the boycott of this racist system. And that's hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. We have to do it like that, then we have to do the same thing. Hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott for Black on Black development. You know, we got to pool our resources. You know, I don't know if the Negro pens like, what her name? Winfrey, you know, a lot of our athletes with all the money, stop buying the games and all the tennis shoes and all that. Pool our resources so we can direct our next generation, this generation, or the generation before them, direct their minds and mentality to the divine elements in time so that we can be in alignment with the divine essence of who we are and receive the blessings from our creator and our ancestors through the lessons of life that really means something. You know, the spiritual divine essence. What's happening, brother Chris Matthew? This brother all the way in Sierra Leone. So I'm reaching a lot of places that is like home because it's the energy that brings us together, that divine energy that brings us together. It's a spiritual connection, just like currency. It's like electrical currency, but it's from the sun. It's from the melanin. It's from the spiritual essence of black magic and all that. So, but what I'm saying is that we gotta grow on a path that won't be tragic to us or our young seeds or our older seeds or our creeds of development, our creed of this being who we are as a divine people, a refined people. But first, we got to find our mind type people and the divine essence type people and the blessings of the type people that we are. We take back our communities. We take back the globe. See, some people may say, that nigga's crazy. First and foremost, let me correct you. I'm not a nigga. See, I know what a nigga is. A nigga is a lazy, shiftless type mentality and personality. So when we was being called a nigga in that derogatory term, when we was in captivity here in America on the plantations, we were not lazy and shiftless because we were being forced to work from can't see in the morning, can't see in the night. And the people that was lazy and shiftless was the Europeans. So the nigga is the white people. So don't tell me nothing about some N-word or anything like that. Well, I'm doing great, Brother Chris. And I was late for this message. No, you're never late because the message is in you. It's a connection. It's always spiritual and divine. And you being a man, the creator, you know it as well as I know it. And now a way of expressing. I can't say anything about that. I know that my third eye open and that my spirituality might be on another level, or my divine essence might be on another level, because that is my blessing. But we all have it. To a certain degree. I say degree, but I ain't no Masons. You know, I don't deal with no York rights, Scots rights, or Prince Hall. I don't do any of those things. I don't even belong to no Greek fraternity or none of that. And everything that I learned, I'm self-taught. And I can't be brought. I will be in New York on August 13, 2019. Now, you being there, now that's very close to where I'm at. So we might can get together and talk and break bread. Or you can come down to DC. You can stay on the couch, or I'll give you the bedroom if that's what you want to do. Or I'll try to drive up to New York so we can sit down and talk and try to arrange some other things. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing, Brother Sam Mighty. But anyway, we have to know ourselves, have knowledge of ourselves, and believe in ourselves. The Pygmy and the Twa, we have to know that they were great people from the beginning, early civilization. We got to know that they was alchemists. All right, my brother. We got to know that they were alchemists. We got to know that they were spiritual and divine people. You know, the closest thing to Lucy, I believe. But we had to arrive in our time. Oh, let me get here too. I want y'all to know that the last couple of Wednesdays, I was on a sister, Karen Khadija Davis Folks. I was on her radio show, Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show, Hard to Hard, Healthy Living. And she was talking about what she was talking about, and I was talking about what I'm talking about, like what I'm talking about now. And that was like on a Wednesday from 4 to 5 on www.innerlightradio.com. And it was on the third and fourth Wednesdays of the month. And I was part of that with Blackanized report. But we're going to change the whole venue. And I just want to say this also on April the 30th this year. It is Emancipate Yourself from Mental Slavery Day. It is the 9th year for this this magnificent, honorable day that people talk about what and how they came into their deliverance from that emancipation of the mental slavery through the teachings and the directions and guidance of Kern Davis, Khadija Abdulmalik. I should have said that correctly before, but I didn't, so I'll say it again. I'll say it this way. Kern Khadija Davis folks. I can add in there Abdul Malik, but I won't do that at this time. I'll do it the next time. But this April the 30th, it'll be the day. That day will it be like honor of all the individuals, organizations, and groups with several awards and stuff like that to explain how did they come into their medical growth and development to they became their own doctor to heal themselves really, or take care of themselves with whatever it be. It may be food, fruit and vegetables, or it may be minerals, or it may be herbs. I know in my verbiage that I would say that how I came to be my own doctor I would say fruit and vegetables would have been for me my great deliverance from the medical industrial complex and emancipation of me being on that Harriet Tubman train. And I just want to, again, I want to say, before I say what I want to say, I will say something else to promote what I need to promote at this particular time. I want to say on April the 30th, it will be the Conscious Self-Hair Care Conversation on that radio show. That day is a celebration of Emancipate Yourself from the Mental Slavery Day. The 9th year that this is, the 9th full complete year of now here I'm going to give you Kern Khadija Abdul Malik Davis folk. That's what I wanted to say. And that's where I wanted to say that in this particular sequence, how I applied that with everything that she's done and has been doing for the last 9 years. Not tirelessly, without effort almost. And also, it is Poetry Month also, right? This April. So won't you join Khadija, Kern, Khadija, Abdul Malik, Davis folks on this www.innerlightradio.com Wellness Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we, not I, celebrate conscious self-hair care, lymphatic cellular wellness. Poetry Month will be all month long. And I have to say, I'll be there along with her. I ain't even gonna give you my accolades that I was given, but I can say, report. I am an author because she helped me write my book. I'm an activist, revolutionary. And I'm also the commissioner of Ward 8, single member district, ABO6. And this program is a big program, Emancipate Yourself from Mental Slavery Day, panel radio. That will be April the 30th. That's a Tuesday. How do you self-heal? Your wellness story with me, with her. An anthology of wellness stories release. That's right. Oh, yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, poetry to chess, I will be dealing with. Not Blackanized report. I may have a little of the taint of that. And I say, if you want to call in and talk to me and do, maybe we'll talk and see if you can do a poem or something like that. You can dial this number, 310-928-7733. Call and talk to me because I'll be in California in the digital world. And that's April the 30th. It's a celebration as emancipate yourself from the mental slavery day, the 9th year. And I'm telling you, I've been part of it, the ride on the Harriet Tubman freedom train. See, it was a mental freedom, there's a spiritual freedom, and there's a health freedom also. Because if you don't, you'll be taking medicine, pharmaceuticals, along with the other drugs that's a deterrent to our growth and development. I think I've been talking too long, but I see another brother from a long time ago that came up in the village, and that's Stanley Walker. That's Little Peanut. He ain't little no more. He about 6'9". No, I'm just lying about that one. He's still a short little guy, but you know, he all right. That's my brother from the village on 16th and Newton Street, number 10 board, Police Boys Club. With that, I want to just shout out love to y'all and the energy of love and power, Black power. You see, I got where it's coming from Akaboo land in my mind and in my heart all the time. That's where the two merge and come together. That's why I'm divine and I'm spiritually inclined. So I want to say we got to practice my art every day and the principles of Kwanzaa every day. And Black history is every day. So how we, come on, man. I'm going to say today is every day. We got to heal. We got to heal ourselves from the ability to kill ourselves, pull the trigger on our brothers and friends or any Black person or want to fight or stab. We got to stop that and come together as a mobilized community, God Indians and protectors of each other. And with that, I'll close with this Blackanized report. But remember, April the 30th, Emancipation Day. And remember, every Wednesday up until then, I'll be doing poetry with my sister on her health notes of her emancipation reality of the medical industrial complex. So tune in for that at www.light. Boy, www. Inner light, like inner voices, inner verse and all that is www.innerlightradio.com. Tune in 4 to 5. Y'all, I'll be there. I'll be there before y'all get there. And I'll still be doing my Blackanized report every morning, unless it be a special report somewhere other than the weekdays. And with that, I say, love y'all. Kani sona. I love us. Dani bunaka. It's all about love, man. Black love. It's all about Black peace, Black power, and Black love from all over the world. Oh, I'm going to say this one more thing, and then I'm gone. It ain't going to be 10 minutes or 5 minutes long. I'm going to say, you know why I keep doing this? Because people saying, keep doing what I'm doing. I'm saying, guess who told me that? Rock. That's right. Rock told me that. Rock Newman. You know Rock Newman? He told me that. He said, man, keep doing what you're doing. And my big uncle, Dion, he told me that. Keep doing what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm talking. What am I talking about? I'm talking about freedom, justice, and equality of the black man upon the planet and our woman to get back in her standing. And I'm gone. In the Sokobuna shot. I'm gone now. I told you wasn't going to be no 5 or 10. And no, I better shut up because it will. Because I keep talking. My mouth keep working. And I got to say, I'm gone. Tonic on the body, DD. Love you. Look, I love you, Peanut. He told me, good job, my brother, good job. See, that motivates me, stimulate me as I do worldwide. And see, how can they support us? I love my brothers, man, because they show love for me. And I know this brother from way back, from the village. Peace. Kanesekoma, Belahia, Okanika, hey, Akina! Y'all take care. Love y'all, people. Love y'all. Humanity.